now it's time for the Freestyle Grade 1 Relate competitors. So nice to have you here, dear guests. Herzlich willkommen. Zurück sind wir mit den Freestyle aus dem Grade 1 und freuen uns sehr über Ihren Besuch, liebe Gäste, in diesem Grade 18. in dieser Prüfung, die bewertet werden von der E, Eva Andersson aus Schweden, bei H, Salonitsch aus Großbritannien und bei C, Anprein aus Frankreich. Bei M, da ist es Anita Johnsson, die auch die Werte schaut, und bei B, Elke Ebert aus Deutschland. Gleich geht es dann also los. Der Freestyle besteht aus der Bewertung für den technischen und für den artistischen Teil. Und das werden Sie gleich sehen, liebe Gäste. Alles das natürlich so, wie Sie es
So, welcome back. We continue this final day of Para Dressage competition, Freestyle Day, with the Grade 1 class. This final class in this 20 by 40 arena. So we now move to the walk tests. So riders are able to show some trots if they would like to, but the compulsories all come from those walk movements that we saw in the individual. And here is our lineup. Those 8 riders coming forward. Sara Morganti, who had a really difficult first day of competition, pulling it back together to win that Grand Prix B test. So she qualifies through. Richard Snickers, unfortunately from Latvia, not coming forward for this freestyle. So the reserve rider, Anita Johnsson, who finished just outside that top 8 for Sweden, comes forward later in this class. The horses all having to go through a second trot up ahead of this freestyle competition before those top 8 riders qualifying through. And this. So that is a shame for Richard Snickers, and his freestyle is really exceptional, but that does open the door for this rider. And she has the ability to put forward some very big scores. So, riding this 11-year-old mare called Maribel, we have representing Italy, Sara Morganti. She scored over 78% in that Grand Prix B to qualify through for this freestyle. Horse looking much more settled in this arena than that first day of competition. Showing really good changes of bend and stretch going into this free walk, able to give that rein and just allow the horse. Showing some half pass. So not a compulsory, really adding to that choreography mark. Half pass zigzag nonetheless. rhythm through these circles. And again, a really nice symmetrical program showing the circles into that stretch. And again into that half pass. Presumably zigzag, yeah. Repeating that nicely. This music has a very strong beat and it really matches the horse's hind legs nicely moving through this walk work. Have music with a really strong beat, it really highlights if your rhythm changes through the movements, but if you can maintain that, it's super for the judges to see. Just that first tiny bit of resistance that we've seen through this test, but very quickly contained. Really showing off this horse's stretch. I'm not sure she would have been too keen to do that on the first day, but really showing how far this horse has come throughout the week. Just leaving that right hind behind in that final halt, but very good in front and super in mobility. Really nicely timed with that music. And she has done a very good job with this horse, just building on each ride. That really difficult ride on the first day. She'll have been so frustrated to have missed out on an individual medal, and so relieved that she had a second chance to compete to qualify through in that top 8. And she went from 11th place in the Grand Prix A with 67 to top of the Grand Prix B with over 78. So that was an extraordinary improvement over a couple of days. And she could really be setting the bar high for the rest of these riders. The riders in 2 groups within this, so 5 to 8 go into a draw to sit in this first group of riders, and 1st to 4th will go later in the class. So because of that low first day, that affected her qualification. She would have been wanting to go in the second half, but I don't think that will matter here. She's really put down a very strong performance for this freestyle medal. Those scores just coming through for you now, and it's a very good one to start. 78.8 technical, 84.480 artistic, 81.641 is the final score for Italy's Sara Morganti, and she goes straight into the lead as that first rider. But what a score to open this Grade 1 class with. There is no hanging around here. The third rider over 80 already in this third class of the day. And those first two classes both winning on scores over 80%. And she'll be hoping that will be a very good start to her gold medal campaign, but she'll have to sit back now and watch what the other riders can do. Richard Snickers, the only other rider who has recently scored over 80%, although Michael Murphy has done this as well this year, so he could be in a position to challenge that, but it's a very, very good start and really laying down that challenge for these other riders. And the next one into the arena, representing Austria on this 11-year-old gelding, Heinrich IV. This rider finished in 6th place in that Grand Prix A test on 72.208. That bell going to signal the start of the music. Some of these lower grade riders choosing to have a trainer or someone on the ground to signal. That's why you don't see their hand raise, so they don't have to take their hand off the rein. And that nod signalling the start. So entering the arena for Austria, Julia Sciancalepore. Another one with vocals to start. First rider to show some trot in this grade 1. So again, not a compulsory, but riders can use it if it helps their choreography, and some medium trot it looks like. Just making sure the judges are sitting up, I think. Just want to see that straight moment crossing that center line. Just drifting into that new right circle, not really showing the finish. Nice soundtrack, Cover Me in Sunshine. Clearer definition through those circles. Just getting that straightness on the centre line before that new bend. Nice use of lyrics through there. Always nice when they give a nice message in the middle of the test. Not many use vocals all the way through, but some starting to use more of these sections. Fitted really nicely with her free walk. Showing that extra bit of trot too. Some horses really benefit from a short burst of trot to help their energy levels. Bit of leg yield too. Really ramping up the difficulty in this floor plan. A leg yield zigzag 3 ways. Trot work broken up with a leg yield zigzag in walk in 3 different directions, really making this floor plan very difficult. And a really nice ending to fit with those words. One of the most technically difficult floor plans we've seen in Grade 1 so far. We thought Sarah Morganti's walk half past zigzag was pushing the boat out, but really showing a lot of transitions between paces. Nice use of those vocals. And those 50% of the marks do come from the technical marks, so really important that all of the compulsory movements are done very well. It's a very careful balance between whether you do a more straightforward floor plan or a more challenging floor plan, and whether that will affect the marks on the technical movements. If you can do both very, very well, that's where you really pull in those marks. But she looks delighted with that performance. And really making it difficult for her, but I really liked how those vocals fitted in that floor plan. Couldn't help but leave you smiling about that. And not quite showing always the suppleness that we saw from Sarah Morganti through the walk compulsories, but she really went for that floor plan, really set herself a challenge, having such a busy floor plan. She really did use that arena in a very nice way. And she won't be marked on any of the additional movements, but that all falls under the artistic movements and choreography and use of the arena. 50% coming from those technical components and 50% coming from the artistic marks given. That second rider in this Grade 1 class. 6 more riders to go. Sarah has just set the bar so high with that first test. France will be the next rider in the arena, but those marks for Julia, 72.533 technical, 74.2 artistic, so a final score of 73.367. And she moves into second place with that score higher than her individual. So a solid score for Julia. And she'll have to sit back and wait to see what these other riders can do, to see where she'll finish. But this next rider into the arena, France having a super week already, picking up a medal earlier today with Chiara Zanatti in that grade 3, taking that silver medal. But next into the arena, riding this 11-year-old gelding, Heinrich IV. Sorry, the 13-year-old gelding, Queta Boy LH, representing France, and Frederica Royan. And some strong music to start. We hope. She probably hopes the horse is feeling good. This music has a real sense of swagger with it, which really fits this horse's scopy pace. Just seeing that little bit of very slight resistance just through that left side, you get that bit of disturbance in the rhythm. Otherwise, this fits in very nicely. Showing some leg yield. Nicely through into that right circle. Some half pass. These grade ones are really going for it with these floor plans. Another one with some vocals in the test. Showing some nice stretch there. This horse can sometimes get a little bit long and on the forehand, but she's doing quite a good job of keeping him up and that balance in the right place. Just see those moments where the suppleness is a little bit more difficult than a horse like Sarah's showed today. But he's very nice and open in the neck and in the frame. And he has a super long stride. Just a little bit of resistance there, which is a pity. Just affect those harmony marks at the end. Oh, and she's just a bit behind her music. But a good halt to finish. The music just slightly stopping before her, and that's where, when you really know your music and your floor plan, you can sometimes make those adjustments and turn down the centre line or turn a little bit earlier if you feel like you need to catch up and take some time. But there's so many things to think about in the freestyle, as well as the horse's way of going. It's trying to match the beat of the music and make those decisions are based on whether you are ahead or on time or still on cue with the music. They've had a really consistent week this week. This grade 1 has been very high scoring, and France really showing exciting promise ahead of those Paralympics next year. And another nice test for this combination, showing a lot of quality and still scoring well, but even more marks to come from this horse, which is really exciting for them going forwards. And those spectators just enjoying this sunny weather. Been a very warm week for riders and for the horses. But we've been so lucky to have this bright sunshine all week. And this next rider coming forward scores 4 and should be coming, there we go, 71.667 technical score, 75.640 artistic, so a final score of 73.652. So just slotting into second at the moment, going ahead of Austria's Julia Sciancalepore. And 5 riders still to go in this grade 1 class. This next rider, the second rider for Italy. Italy's Sara Morganti already setting the bar incredibly high as that first rider to go, 81.640. So 73.367 is the score to currently beat to go onto the podium at this point in the class. But riding this 18-year-old gelding, Paul, this second of Italy's riders comes forward, just missing out on a team medal yesterday, just sitting outside the team podium, but finished 5th in the individual. So entering the arena now, representing Italy, is Carola Semperboni. some very upbeat music for this walk. That beat fitting the rhythm really nicely. Sounds almost a bit circus themed at times. Really is bang on with those forelimbs in the walk. It's almost like the horse is dancing to the music himself. And a nice change there going into the free walk. Just show a bit more stretch down, the horse taking the rein forwards a bit but not really stretching over his back as much as we could see. Again, just keeping that metronome rhythm. This walk just hasn't changed throughout all this work. Really listening to her. Lots going on with this music, but those transitions between them are just seem to fit. It's like it's taking you on a journey. Slightly better stretch this time. Could still just see a little bit more stretch. That little tiny bit of resistance on the pickup is still superb. This walk has just been so consistent. Almost anticipating a bit towards the end, but she's keeping him going right to that end. Oh, perfect timing. What a finish. Super, super job. That horse was just bang on the rhythm every step. Not showing the same degree of difficulty and technical extras that we saw in some of the other floor plans, but really showing those compulsories off in a very nice way. Really using that arena and those changes of music within the walk, just lovely. It was so seamless and just matched the horse's stride in every step. You really can't hide when you have a beat that's strong and that consistent, but she didn't need to hide at all. That horse was just so steady, like a metronome in that rhythm, and just matched that perfectly. So this coming to this top group of 4 riders, but that score coming through 72.4 technical, 76.360 artistic, and a final score of 74.380. So just slots into that second place ahead of France. So Italy now sat in those top 2 spaces, and they are delighted. Sarah just sat there watching on, seeing how this grade 1 competition is going to play out. And she's done a very good job of going in, doing her job, throwing down a mega score, and then getting to sit back and enjoy seeing what the other riders can do. But a super result for this second Italian rider. And we next have into this arena representing Ireland, Michael very, very narrowly missed out on an individual medal on Tuesday. Less than 1% in it, and really stepped it up for the Grand Prix B test for the team and gained an extra 2%, scoring 76% in that Grand Prix B test. So he will be desperate to take home that individual title in this freestyle. An individual medal would be a very good outcome. And if he can produce a performance similar to that Grand Prix B, he'll be in with a very good shot of doing that. So, riding this 16-year-old gelding, Clever Boy. Elder, his trainer, just signalling for the start of that music. And entering the arena, representing Ireland, is Michael Murphy. And he did win a bronze medal at the World Championships in this freestyle class last year. Did a really good job in that Grand Prix B of just keeping his horses stepping through and up to the bride off that lovely uphill, powerful, expressive walk. And you can just see how ground covering this horse really is. Want to see him staying up through that circle, nicely balanced through that turn. Sport showing really super softness through these circles, keeping that rhythm. You can just see Michael giving the rein, so you can stay in self-carriage. Lovely picture around that short side. Oh, that was very unfortunate. Very well managed, Michael. Get his balance back. Michael's not got a huge amount of strength, so there's moments where the horse loses his balance can throw him. Bit of leg yield there. Just gave him a little pat on the neck, so just relax and stay with me. Very bold and impressive music to go with this horse. Really showing off his exceptional walk. Michael there trying to give the rein. I think to start to show that stretch. No, just giving him a bit of space so that he can show off this huge walk. And Michael's not able to drop the rein and lean forward, so has to make it really obvious when he is showing the stretch in the walk as one of those compulsories. Just settling the horse, but a super final halt. Really good quality of work through that walk floor plan. This horse has so much power. Michael really not very big and not got a lot of strength to the big cheers from the Irish supporters. He's not got a huge amount of strength to manage that power, so he really relies on his body weight, his voice, and the horse responding to really sensitive aids that he can give. And a really good job to finish their week together, pulled out a cracking score for that team competition. And they are a very good combination in this grade 1 class. They've had a lot of super results. Really great to see him taking those medals at the World Championships last year after he had a really tricky start in Tokyo, where he had a bit of a tack malfunction and couldn't get his reins back. There's Sue, his mum. And like all of us, a real team effort to get these riders and horses into the arena. Really a lot of work behind the scenes and a lot of time and effort goes into producing those 4.5 minute performances in the arena. And there's so much that can go wrong and has to go right for everything to come together. So when it does, just such a high for everyone. And this next rider coming forward for Sweden, would not have expected to be competing today, stepped in. She finished just outside that top 8 to qualify based on those combined scores. But Latvia have had to withdraw their rider, which was a massive shame, because he was the individual gold medalist from earlier in the week, but a good experience for her, and those scores are very impressive. 77.533 technical, 82.240 artistic, and 79.8887 is the final score. It's a huge score. Three marks of over 80% as that final score for Michael. So a very nice score to have, and he goes into silver medal place at this point in time with these three riders left to go. So a huge improvement for him. But this next rider coming forward, and great that she has the opportunity to ride this freestyle test. And it's currently looking like a very green leaderboard at the moment, with Italy in first, Ireland in second, and that Italian flag coming back in third place. But still, three riders left to go. And this next rider, she finished in 5th place in that Grand Prix A, but finished slightly lower down for that Grand Prix B, which left her in 9th place overall, but now coming through for this freestyle, riding the 9-year-old gelding, current LA. So entering the arena now, representing Sweden, is Anita Johnsson. And I definitely recognize that entrance music. Just seeing a little bit of disruption in the rhythm through those walk circles. Just saw those quarters just going out a little bit, and the horse just coming back and struggling to maintain that consistency through the walk that we've just seen with Michael's test. But there she's really able to give the rein and show off that walk stretch. This horse not looking quite as settled with this music, just seeing that little bit of variance through these walk movements in the rhythm. Just coming back at the rider a little bit, just want to see, soften over the back and just take that walk forward and out a little bit more. Keeping some nice steps through this work and really listening to the rider. just rebalancing him through that serpentine. Showing some nice stretch with that head and neck in this free walk. And a walk pirouette, quarter walk pirouette. Again, adding in that technical difficulty here to try and boost those artistic marks. Of course, just stepping across with the hind legs in those pirouettes. And again at the bottom, adding in a half pirouette. Some leg yield. Leg yield zigzag. Into that final hole. And a good final halt to finish, and that's where it's a really fine line. A leg yield zigzag into a final halt. It's very difficult. And you have to be very confident that you can do that really, really well to make sure that you don't affect that final halt, which is one of your compulsories, and can bring the average down if that extra level of difficulty affects the quality of those compulsories, because that then affects the choreography and use of the arena marks within the artistic marks, and you lose those extra marks that you hope to gain from that more difficult floor plan, and also brings down the average marks for those technical marks. So a real balance of how do you make it as interesting as possible whilst pulling off the compulsories to the best of the horse's ability. And it's a really fine line and a really difficult balance, and sometimes as riders we can do those very, very well if the horse is in a good place, but it just takes a little bit of distraction or a little bit of tension to make that work more difficult. And you either have to be ready to adjust that based on how the horses feel, or you just have to ride what you have in the arena. So it can be a real difficult judgment call to make, and sometimes you have to make that in a split second while you're in the arena, and sometimes you can have the plan to go for it. And at this point in the competition, you are in a very fortunate place because this is the final. So if you think that you need to go for it to get those super big marks that are going to get you on the podium, then it's worth taking that risk. Those scores coming through: 70.2 technical, 74.2 artistic, so a total score of 72.2, and that goes into 6th place at this point in time. So doing a really good job of coming into this freestyle, caught up at the last minute and really making the most of that third ride in the arena. But that does mean a guaranteed medal for Sarah Morganti, which is to be expected with that huge score. But 2 riders left to go, and they are the silver and bronze medalists from that individual class. So Michael Murphy for Ireland currently sitting in that silver medal spot with 79.887. And Carola Semperboni for Italy sitting in that bronze spot, so over 74.380 would take you onto the podium at this point. And this combination did score higher than that in the Grand Prix A test, so they were second and scored 74.833% for that individual silver medal. So if they can produce another clean test, they have the ability to move up onto that podium. Already winning a silver individual medal for Germany, part of that silver medal winning team yesterday as well. Can they make it a third medal at this European Championship? Regine Miss-Beaucamp watching on. She'll ride later in the grade 5s. But first, the penultimate rider in this grade 1 freestyle class. And riding this 17-year-old mare, Nautica. Entering the arena now, representing Germany, is Martina Benzinger. I'm not quite getting that square hold to start, but good immobility. Very nicely matched with that music. That nice rhythm through this walk circle. Showing that teardrop shape to change the rein. Just needs to stay out with that head and neck, with that nose to stay in that nice open frame, keeping really clear steps and rhythm through this walk. That music change as she finishes one movement to the next. A very dynamic version of this song. Really matching this horse's beat. Nice stretch on that diagonal, really able to allow the horse space. Very smooth transition back into that medium walk. Just show a little bit more suppleness on this circle here, just a little bit straight through there, but really keeping those steps consistent and in that nice rhythm. really used this arena as well, moving up and down the length of the arena. Nice and straight down this final centre line. A little bit tense going into that final halt, but very good immobility. Very consistent test. Not showing the level of technical difficulty that some of the others have with their pirouettes and leg heels or half pass, but really just sticking to what she needs to do and doing that very well. And she needed that clean test to really challenge those podium spots, and she did that very nicely. The horse just not always staying out with the nose as much as we saw in the other tests, but very consistent, very good in the rhythm, really showing those same steps through the movements. And that's what she really needed to show off. This horse isn't the biggest moving of the grade 1 horses, so really got to go with that consistency and the harmony and really show off that ease of the work. And a super job with this lovely Lipizzano mare. They've been fantastic for Germany this week, helping them to that team silver yesterday and taking that individual silver on that first day. She needs over 79.887 would put her into silver. Over 74.380 goes into bronze. And it's a very good score, 75.333 for technical, 81.360 for artistic, 78.347. So she goes into bronze medal by a big gap. Just 1% between bronze and silver. Michael holds the silver, so he does get a guaranteed medal in this grade 1 class. Sara Morganti, guaranteed medal in this class. Very likely to hold that title, but just one rider left to go. And the target has been set very high for Gabby. They took that bronze medal in the individual on the first day of competition with a super score of 74.583. Member of that bronze medal winning team for Great Britain yesterday. 2 bronze medals, all her championship debut. What an outstanding week she's had. Two scores over 74% this week to take those 2 bronze medals. Just walking around there with trainer Nikki Lickley, who also coaches Georgia Wilson, who medalled again earlier today. But Gabby doing a super job at her championship debut this week. With this Connemara Beau, as he's known at home. But next into the arena, riding this 14-year-old gelding, Strong Beau, representing Great Britain, Gabby Blake.
Let's go get him.
A really strong entrance. Let's go get him. very strong. In the beat. A real sit up and watch me. Bo looking like he's up for it again as he walks through this section. Bit of Beyonce. Showing some really nice stretch here. Gabby just giving that rein to allow him a bit more space with that. Nicely changing to show that free walk. Bo keeping a really good activity through this walk set. Really matching those forelegs. Bo just getting a little bit tense there, but Gabby doing a good job just settling him down. And this freestyle music to me really screaming powerful women. It's got a bit of attitude to it, which I quite like. I think it quite suits Bo. Showing lots of changes, which really gives Gabby a bit of a cue as to whether she's on time with that floor plan and whether she needs to make any adjustments. Showing this 3-loop serpentine across the arena. Just getting a little bit of tension through there today, but Gabby doing a very good job of just softening him. And again, that crazy in love music to match the free walk. Really nice symmetry there. Showing that on both reins. Yeah, getting better towards the end of that. Really taking that. Final centre line. One more step, Bo. Oh, just not quite getting that last step into the final hole. Sophie Wells watching on. She'll be riding in the grade 5 later with Charlotte. And that was a very busy programme and compilation of songs there. Really keeping the judges on their toes, I think. I just saw those slight moments of Bo just getting a little bit tense, a little bit of resistance, but Gabby doing a really super job of managing that, getting him back on, his focus back on her, and really riding purposefully through the walk movements, keeping that activity. And she has had a really super week for her championship debut. Really has had a dream week so far. 2 bronze medals already, and the first from day 1 of competition. And what a way to make your championship debut and make it count. That final rider in this grade 1 class, so we'll just wait for those final scores to come through and we can confirm your 3 medalists. There's the winner's sash, who is going to take it. And just 2 classes left to go in this freestyle final. Grade 4s and 5s will come later on. And here we have it. Oh, very close. 75.667 technical, 80.440 artistic, 78.054. A very good score for Gabby. Just slots into 4th place, 0.3% behind Martina Benzinger. But here are your 3 final medalists for this grade 1. Sara Morganti for Italy in gold. Michael Murphy takes that individual medal for Ireland in silver. And Martina Benzinger takes another medal for Germany in bronze. Very, very close. Absolutely sensational. A very, very high quality freestyle final for all these grades so far. We will be back very shortly for that medal ceremony. Here are some of the highlights. And here they are, the first of these 3 medal ceremonies, the Grade 3 Freestyle Championship. And right up front there for Denmark is Tobias Thorning Jorgensen in that front golf buggy. Lotte for the Netherlands, Lotte Quinson. She took the bronze medal, just saw on screen there, and the silver medal went to Chiara Zanatti for France. Second individual medal for her. Lotte finished in 4th place in the individual, so just managing to move up 1 spot into that podium spot for that individual medal. Member of the winning team yesterday with the Netherlands, but I'm sure we'll be thrilled to have that individual medal to add to her collection this week. And big support have shown up for this medal ceremony. The first of 3 in this lunch break. And this Grade 3 class really has been an exceptional standard. 83.833 was the winning score from Tobias and Julian Hill, that lovely grey mare who he's formed such a superb partnership with over the last few years. Paralympic and world titles already. And just following on from that European title he took in 2009, where they made their championship debut together. And Chiara Zanatti's horse, Swing Royale, coming through as those horses are led in for the ceremony. Jolene, cool as a cucumber. She's done this before. And Lotte's Rosenstolz following in, a little bit on her toes. I think Lotte will be pleased she doesn't have to come back in the arena for another test. This might just buzz that horse up a little bit. But 3 super horses. And France having a really good week with some really super results. Bronze for the Netherlands. They still have 3 riders to come forward in this next Grade 5 and Grade 4 class, but Lotte kicking the day off in really good style for them to take that bronze medal. And big cheers for Chiara, taking that second individual silver medal, really having a superb week at this European Championships. But the title once more goes to Denmark and Tobias Thorning Jorgensen on that really exceptional score of 83.833%, 6% above that silver medal spot. Absolutely outstanding. Grade 3 Freestyle European Champion, double European Champion. He's been unbeaten in this class so far. And really strong performances on all 3 days with that horse. So consistent. And this super French rider taking that second silver medal. Doing a very good job. There you have it. Gold for Denmark, silver for France, and bronze for the Netherlands. And there are the teams, behind the teams. And what a super way to end their week of competition at this European Championship. And those gold and silver places staying the same from the individual, but that switch in riders for that bronze medal place. So Germany just missing out this time, but the Netherlands taking that individual bronze as they prepare for their lap of honour. And off they go. It's gold for Denmark. Second individual gold at this championship. Silver for France. Again, second silver at this championship for Chiara Snati, and bronze for the Netherlands. An extra lap of honour for the new European champion freestyle. And there they go with that huge score of over 83%. All 3 classes so far being won on over 80%. What a high standard of para-dressage we've seen so far already. We still have that grade 5 class coming forward later, followed by the final class of the day with the grade 4. But still 2 medal ceremonies still to come with the grade 2s and that grade 1 class that we've just seen as well. here they come for this second medal ceremony in this lunch break. The grade 2 medalists. It's another gold for Germany with Heidemarie Dressing on an exceptional 80.353%. Silver, a second individual silver for Georgia Wilson from Great Britain, and her lovely mare Sakura with that 79.367. So close between those top two riders. And a bronze for Norway, second bronze for Norway on 74.540 for Anne-Catherine Lube with La Costa Mailand. Really, really close between those top two riders, and third and fourth, 0.1% in it for Austria's Pepper Poo, just missing out on that individual medal. But so much quality coming through with this horsepower and riding. Georgia and Heidemarie step onto that podium. And Anne-Catherine, in her first year of grade 2 competition, last year she competed in the grade 3 category. But for some riders' disabilities, as they either change, either getting stronger or degenerative, they can move through these grades, and the classifiers have to keep an eye on that. So these riders, not always in a confirmed status, they get reviewed to make sure they're competing on a fair and equal footing. And this her first championship as a grade 2, and it's been a really exceptional one for her. As these horses come in, Sakura there at the front, looking very pleased with herself. The German contingent showing up very strong here for the second gold medal of the week. They've had a super week for Team Germany. Team Silver yesterday, a host of individual medals. But the winner of this second individual bronze medal for Norway, Anne-Catherine Lube. And still more to come from that combination. A really expressive horse. But it's silver for Georgia Wilson and Great Britain on that score of 79.367. Second individual medal for Georgia this week, but the gold medal going to Germany again with Heidemarie Dressing and that lovely 11-year-old gelding. Horse 24 Duluth, 80.353 was her winning score today. and a phenomenal week for this rider. She's sometimes sat just outside the medals in the past, but this week has just dominated this Grade 2 class.
And
Sarah Leach there just congratulating the riders. She was the judge at sea for this competition. And they get ready for the photos, taking in this moment. Gold for Germany, silver for Great Britain, and bronze for Norway in this Grade 2 individual freestyle championship. And what a final day we are having. So far, all three winners on that plus 80% score. Grade 5s left to go after the break, and the Grade 4s will be the final class at the end of the day. But we have three very happy medalists to complete their week of competition. And those lovely horses leave the arena. They've been outstanding all week. And they can now, I'm sure, have a very well-deserved holiday. Before starting their preparation for next year. But first, the lap of honour for these three riders. And Heidenreich takes that German flag to wrap around her as she enjoys a second European title of the week. And off they go. It's gold for Germany, silver for Great Britain, and bronze for Norway. And a big reception in front of this home crowd. And they still have one more rider to go in this next class. It's Grade 5. They've had a super championship as a team. Very exciting for next year, scooping that team silver medal up and a host of individual medals alongside that. But there she goes, the Grade 2 double European Championship for 2023. And we have one more prize giving before this lunch break for the Grade 1 freestyle class in just a moment.
freestyle grade 1.
And here come our third prize giving. Here come the riders for this third prize giving of the day, the Grade 1 Freestyle Championship. And in that front golf buggy, representing Italy, she had a very difficult start to the week and really fought back to qualify through for this freestyle to post this winning score. Representing Italy, it's Sara Morganti. She scored 81.640. Michael Murphy in that silver medal winning place just missed out on that medal on the first day for the individual by the smallest of margins and really fought back to secure this silver medal here in the freestyle. And that bronze medal went to Germany, 78.347. Martina Benzinger takes the bronze medal, her second individual medal of the week, part of that silver medal winning German team in the team competition as well. So 3 tests, 3 medals. And Sara really enjoying this ceremony. She's waited all week to have the chance to get on that podium after a really difficult first ride where the horse just wasn't settled and she really had to coax her through. Did a super job of building the horse's confidence and came in for that Grand Prix B test to top the Grade 1 with over 78% to slot into that top group of 8 to qualify through for this freestyle. So she will be very happy with this qualifying format. That counts 2 tests. To qualify through. Just bringing her scooter there so that she can get onto that podium. And Michael's brother helping him into his chair. For that silver medal winning place. As Martina Benzinger moves onto the podium on that Segway. Showing a lot of confidence to be on that podium on that. I'm not sure I would trust myself, but she looks very sturdy there, so that's good. And these horses been led in for this ceremony. Michael Murphy's mount Clever Boy leading the way in. Sara's 11-year-old mare, Maribel, just behind, to stand behind them while they're on the podium, and Martina Benzinger's lovely Lipizzaner mare, Nautica. And a lovely picture with Sarah and her ride in the background. We really couldn't do it without them. Taking that bronze medal in this freestyle, representing Germany, Martina Benzinger. Second individual medal at this championship. Member of that winning, silver medal winning team yesterday. And Michael Murphy for Ireland takes that silver medal. His first medal at this championships. But the gold goes to Italy's Sara Morganti.
Here they are, the gold medalists. Congratulations, Italy and Sara Morganti.
And she has been waiting all week to get that second chance to ride for an individual medal. And what a way to deliver it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you can for the national anthem of Italy.
And you could see how much this means to her, singing along to that national anthem. She has really built on each performance throughout this week to take that gold medal. She will have felt such disappointment after that individual, but this is how you come back from that. A gold medal with over 80%, 81.640. And very close, those top three scores. Gabby just missing out on that second individual medal, 0.3% behind Germany for the bronze. But showing so much quality through this grade 1. As they congratulate each other, but it's gold for Italy, silver for Ireland, and bronze for Germany.
Here they are, Italy, Sara Morganti and gold, silver Michael Murphy, Ireland, bronze medalist Martina Benzinger from Germany.
So much support coming out for these riders. A real team effort. And from the wider team back home as well. Just to keep these horses and riders in a good place for them to be able to do their job is a mammoth task for all of us.
Thank you. And my wonderful horses, Maribel, thank you, Victoria, Morganti, Thank you very much, Morganti.
I'm really delighted for Michael to get back on that podium. Just missing out on that first individual on the first day, but really coming back in a strong way for this freestyle. And those horses leaving the arena now as they prepare for their lap of honour. Sarah takes her place at the front to lead the way for Italy. Just missed out on that team medal in a very close team competition yesterday. So this first medal for her at this championships, and a very nice one to have. And off they go, the three medalists in this Grade 1 freestyle competition. It's gold for Italy, silver for Ireland, and bronze for Germany. Extra lap of honour for that gold medalist and the new Grade 1 Freestyle European Championship 2023. And there she goes. We will now have a short break before we come back for the Grade 5 and for competitors. Grade 5 will start at 1:30. We'll see you then.
Best memory, have a safe home and above all, only the best wishes for you and for your sportive and personal future. Goodbye. Es war großartig mit Ihnen, lieber Athleten. Kommen Sie alle gut rein und behalten Sie die FEI-Europameisterschaften in Wiesenbeck in bester Erinnerung. Haben Sie eine sichere Reise und vor allem